But he's just funny. He turned 41 and I'm like, okay, what are your goals for 41? And he's like, get a decent bod, number one.
It looked like you and Ari had like the best time in Napa. I was so jealous.
Oh yeah, it was a blast. It was fun. That was like our first parents trip in 7 months. So it was really fun.
Good for you. You guys deserve it. And I know you have so many exciting things coming up. So tell me all about this collaboration with Cupshi.
Yeah, so we are doing, or I am doing a collection with Cupshi right now for the holiday season. And I was super excited when they reached out about it because I know of Cupshi already because they're a large fashion brand already. And they are doing their first ever holiday dress collection. And they were like, do you want to be a part of it? So I immediately said yes. And yeah, so now we're here. I think it's going to be really fun because it's a lot of like dressy stuff. And I know people are like starting to get excited more about going out and doing things now, and they're a lot busier. So it's a perfect time for them to like go shopping for fun things to wear to their events they're going to be going to.
I was looking at some of the lookbook and I'm like obsessed with everything. It's so great. Do you have a favorite in the collection?
It's so hard for me to pick a favorite. I honestly love so many of them. Top of my mind, I really love the little black dress with the scalloped neckline, and it's got like a scalloped cutout on the leg. The fabric of it is just really good. It's like a thicker, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's seamless. So it's just like, it just fits really well, and it's very flattering fabric. Yeah.
I mean, what made you want to get involved with Cupshi? Why was it Cupshi that made you want to, partner?
Well, first of all, it got my attention because my passion really lies in swimwear, and that's like what ignited the fashion fire in me. So when they reached out, I was like, oh, I recognize them because they're a large swimwear brand. So that, and then I also know that they've got like all of the trendiest styles on their website. You can go on there and find like any trend of the moment. And I love the accessibility of it too. I think that it's really going to work well for like my followers and people that I talk to every day on my social media. I think they're really going to enjoy the fact that like it's going to look super fashionable, but they can also buy it too because it's affordable.
What was this collaboration process like? Were you very hands-on in the looks and the designs?
For this one, they already had like a lot of the styles planned out. They were like, okay, these are your options. Tell us what you love and don't love. So I kind of went in and curated which ones I loved. And yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
Have you noticed, has your style changed at all since becoming a mom?
Yes, my style has definitely changed a lot since then. I try and do things that are functional, but also trendy. But I also like, my body is different now. So I have to like dress differently to, wear things that are flattering for my new body type. So yeah, I think this collection does a really good job of, highlighting the best attributes for different body types.
Do you love the Mommy and Me collections as well? Do you and Alessi and the girls, do you guys love dressing together?
Yeah, Alessi and I always have fun dressing up. It doesn't matter really what we're doing, but she loves like accessorizing. That's probably her favorite part.
Is she starting to like figure out like what she likes to wear? I know my daughter comes in every morning with like, she picks out her own clothes now, which is so funny. Does Alessi do the same?
Yeah, Alessi is funny. She loves to wear her brother and sister's clothes right now. So she'll go in and like pick out some leggings from ballet and then put one of their onesies on over it with some slippers and some sunglasses and be like, I'm ready to go, Mom.
That's hysterical.
Most of the time I'll let her go however she wants, but if it's school, luckily she has to wear a uniform.
Is she loving school? Is she loving dance?
Yeah, she loves being at school. She's got a new best friend she made like instantly the first day. So she talks about her all the time, loves her teacher. She only does 2 half days a week. So it's not that much time, but she really enjoys, getting away from the house and making new friends, I think.
Definitely. What would you say has been the biggest parenting challenge that you and Ari have faced lately?
Honestly, it's over the last 15 months, probably just trying to like divide our time evenly. That's the hardest thing. And just making sure that everyone feels like we're paying attention to them equally. It's really a struggle with multiple kids.
Oh, I'm sure. And especially with twins too. But I mean, like, do you feel like now, I guess like 15 months in, like you finally have like that rhythm and you feel like, okay, maybe I'm doing it. I'm dividing my time. I'm making this work.
Yeah. I think they're all like at a similar stage now. Like, so it's not so drastic of a difference in what their needs are because the babies are toddlers now too. So it's a lot easier for us to like all hang out together and like play Barbies. Like the babies like to play Barbies and animals, and Alessi obviously loves that. So it's more fun for us to all be together as a family now.
Yeah. How do you deal with the jealousy? Does Alessi get jealous of the twins? Because my daughter still sometimes will get jealous of my son, and like everything that he's playing with, she has to run over and play with. How do you deal with that?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I have it figured out yet. It's really hard.
I'm pretty much asking for myself because I have no idea.
I mean, they all do it. Senna and Alessi are the worst because I don't know why. They just are always taking stuff from Lux, both of the girls. So poor Lux, I feel bad for him. He's always getting picked on like that. But I just try and be like, you know, we all need to take turns. Like, how about if you want that, you just ask her if you can have a turn, and you can maybe bring her something else that she wants to play with, and then maybe she'll give it to you. And if she doesn't want to, then you can just wait a little bit and then you can have a turn. It's just like a lot of over explaining everything so that they understand like how they should be, I guess. Definitely. And like if they do something good, just like being overly enthusiastic about it.
Definitely. Who is more like you and who is more like Ari?
Alessi is a lot like me. She just, I don't know how to explain it. She's just like, some of the things she says are so funny. I'm like, wait, did she get that from me or did she make that up on her own?
Right.
And then Senna is just like Miss Independent. I think she kind of has to be because she's the younger girl. She's very strong. Like I'm intimidated by her sometimes. And then Lux is just such a mama's boy. He's so sweet and like very, very clingy to me, which I kind of love, but yeah, they're all so different.
Also different. I found that too with my son. He's like such like a little mush. All they want to do is snuggle. I'm like, my girl did not want to do that. I still have to beg for her for hugs.
Yeah, I'm the same way with my daughters too.
I love it. I know that you and Ari, like you said, you just celebrated his 41st birthday. How do the two of you keep the romance alive with 3 small kids running around and make that time for each other?
Well, a few of the things we do is like, in the morning, we used to wake up an hour before the kids did, just so we could have coffee together and plan our day. And Alessi kind of threw a wrench into that, and now she comes into our room every morning. So we don't really do that as much anymore, but we will try and just find like gaps in our day. If the kids are napping and we have like the grandparents over, or if we have a babysitter, we can like go to lunch together real quick and come back or get coffee. And I also like, it's kind of a weird balance, but like we work together a lot. So we spend a lot of time together, but it's not like quality time for us. It's more like projects we're working on, which is fun too. But we just always try and make sure if one of us is feeling like we need the other one, that we make time for it and like prioritize that over everything. Because at the end of the day, like we need us to be solid for everything else to work around us.
Totally. That makes sense. I know Ari was saying that he was actively trying to lose weight and he looks great. How much weight has he lost? And do you keep each other active? Is that a big priority for you guys?
We're like kind of a funny couple. We just like to compete when it comes to everything. So with I'm not trying to lose weight right now, but I do like to work out on a consistent schedule. Like every week I try to work out 5 days a week, whether it's just going for a walk or a run or going to the gym. So I'm always like, okay, I'm going at 7:00. Are you ready? And he's like, okay, fine. So we just hold each other accountable. But he's just funny. He turned 41 and I'm like, okay, what are your goals for 41? And he's like, get a decent bod, number one. I'm like, just decent.
I love that. He's gone from doesn't want a dad bod. He wants a decent bod. I love that.
Yeah, decent bod is the goal.
I love that so much. You know, he reposted something on Instagram the other day that said only like a handful of couples from Bachelor, Bachelorette are still together. I mean, why do you think that is? And why do you think that you guys have, kind of overcame those obstacles? Because as we see, so many couples kind of can't make it.
Honestly, it's hard to say because I think every situation is so different. But for us, I feel like, I don't want to get too like spiritual on you guys, but I feel like it was kind of fate. Like, I think that we were both meant to be in the place we were at the time we were there, and we were brought together. So, and also like, we just are kind of the same person. Like, I feel like he's the male version of me and I'm the female version of him. So we have this mutual understanding of each other. And like, we have really good communication, but it's because we prioritize that with each other. So
I agree. I think a lot of the couples that make it work kind of like remove themselves from, like, you guys, you moved to Arizona, focused on the relationship. And I feel like that's what works for some of the couples when they make the focus on the relationship, not the outside noise.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
What advice would you give Gabby and Eric post show? I don't know if you watched it all this season.
I watched a couple episodes. I guess, I know she's on Dancing with the Stars now, so it's going to be a little bit before she is removed from it, but maybe do just take a step back and focus on your relationship for at least a few months so you can get to know each other on a different level. And then if you want to pursue all of the rest of it after that, maybe try that, because I think it is good to get grounded as a couple first before anything else.
Definitely. Do you think that there should be 2 bachelors now that there was 2 bachelorettes?
I don't think that 2 bachelorettes was ever a good idea.
No? How come?
I don't know. I just feel like there is always going to be a sense of competition when you have all of these men vying for 2 women. And I just feel like it's not good for their self-esteem to be in that position together.
No, knowing that you, when you went through the Bachelor, could you imagine vying for 2 men?
No, I don't think it would have been as bad for me as a contestant as it would have been for the men themselves. So, yeah.
Did you watch after the final rose or no?
No, I didn't. We were in Napa, I think, or doing something. So no, I missed that one.
I would much rather be in Napa than doing that. Well, Lauren, it's always such a pleasure catching up. Congratulations on the upcoming collaboration and everything you also have going on. I can't wait to see it. Thank you. For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.